Hello, my name is Charles Scruggs. I'm an emeritus professor from the University of Arizona in the English department, and I want to teach a course on a brilliant playwright of the 20th century, August Wilson, and his 10-play cycle that documents each decade of the 20th century from an African-American perspective. And he's not only a great African-American playwright, as I said, but a great American playwright in the same league as Arthur Miller, Edward Albee, Tennessee Williams, and David Mamet. So the cycle begins with Gem of the Ocean, set in 1904, and bookends with a play that in 1997 called Radio Golf. And they're both related to one another, one beginning at the first decade of the 20th century, the other at the end. But in between are the great plays, perhaps the most famous play because of Denzel Washington's performance as Troy in Fences. I think if you take this course, you will see the contemporary scene with Black Lives Matter, this concern that African Americans have for their present situation. You'll see that reflected in the plays, and the fact that there's a historical dimension to the present moment. This is a theme that Wilson is always pursuing, even though there's a contemporary scene in each of the plays. History plays a big part in the way we perceive that contemporary scene. I think that's true of today, that we have to see the contemporary protests by African Americans in light of a history of oppression. As someone has said, African Americans were enslaved for a much longer period than they have been freed. And Wilson addresses that issue. I would like to invite you to join this course in the fall. I think August Wilson is one of the great American playwrights. He cannot be ignored as a voice for African Americans in the 20th century.